Come on, game. Boot up. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Do that. There we go. That. Okay. Alright, we're going to do new game. Yes.
なるほど。操縦適性は高いらしいな。犯罪歴は特になしか。なんだってこんなところに。まあいいわ。さっきも言ったが、非正規パイロットがこの大陸に来たら祖国には二度と戻れないぞ。機密保持のためだ。家族や友人、恋人にも二度と会えない。別れの挨拶は済ましたか？こいつがイカルスの搭乗許可証だ。コールサインは C か。ようこそアトランティス。
ここまでで大丈夫だ。援護に感謝する。こちらレッドキャスター。ルートを外れたドローンタイプがそちらの作戦領域に接近しています。作戦領域に到達次第排除してください。
Make our very old school armor core S.
了解した。俺は西側で迎撃する。ここは新入りに任せる。
了解スターライダー。迎撃地点をマークします。
Hi Jacob, how's it
すぐ
going?
に呼んでくれ。
レッドキャスターから C
I've already played through this demo once before, so I already kind of know a lot of what's going on here. Kind of refresh myself.
正常に作動を確認。続いてスラスターの確認をお願いします。通常ブースト、出力正常。ダッシュブーストの動作チェックもお願いします。ダッシュブースト、正常に作動。各関節の負荷も正常値。イカルス、戦闘起動可能を確認。
And this is a cool thing, is you can toggle between first and third person. So, you know, if you want something a little more immersive, albeit a little trickier, is you could play in first person and then toggle straight back if things get a little too hot for you.
Approaching enemy.
Alright. Yep. Alright. Let me quickly descend. Oh, they're behind me. There we go. boss time.
Approaching enemy.
敵はメガリスタイプと断定。非常に強力な個体です。回避を最優先してください。
Yeah, no, that's a thing. The mechs in this game are fragile, so you have to avoid being hit as much as possible.
メガリス深部にしかいないはずじゃ。
レッドキャスターからスターライダーへ。シーカーと協力してメガリスタイプを撃破してください。
いや無理無理。メガリスと戦ったことなんかないし、俺じゃ足手まといだ。
シーカーだけでは負担が大きすぎます。2機でか乱すれば集中砲火は避けられます。それにシーカーが撃破されれば次はあなたの番かと。
Luckily, it starts off kind of damaged already, so it's not too long of a fight. But you do gotta.
増援到着まで回避に専念してく
You
だ
also
さい。
got a shield.
レッドキャスターか
They
ら
don't tell you about it yet, but
エリア
I know about it already, so kind of use it to kind of
即応
block
態勢での
some
対応
damage.
を
You just can't be careful
こちら第7機動
not to let it deplete or you get stunned.
了解した。即応態勢で待機する。
目標消失。
Got it.
どうやらかなり損傷していたようです。しかしなぜあのようなものがここに。失礼しました。周辺に敵影なし。任務完了。シーカーお疲れ様です。
アトランティス大陸。数世紀前に発見されて以来、人類の侵入を拒み続けている未開の地。強力な自律兵器フェロクスが徘徊する大陸の最深部に到達した者は誰もいない。フェロクスは得体が知れ
I
ない。
know, right, Metal Wolf? It is
彼らがいつ
sick.
人類に牙を向くかもわからない。人類はフェロクスを大陸に留めるため国際未踏査地区監視機構 IUM を設立した。どの国にも属さない超国家的組織 IUM はアトランティスの技術を
You
解
know,
析
it kind of
し
scratches that armor
人
core
型
frames or
探査
itch.
機イカルスを建造した。軍事転用を恐れ極秘裏に開発された人類史上初の人型探査機。圧倒的な性能を持つ一方で全てが手探りの中進められたプロジェクトでは多くのテストパイロットの命が失われた。
Skill issue,
今
if
で
you
は
ask me.
多額の報酬で雇われた非正規パイロットの方が多いようだが、彼らのおかげでフェロクスの拡散は防が
I
れ
know,
て
right?
いる。
Metal Wolf, same here. Same here.
アトランティスは遠い土地の出来事。多くの人々はフェロクスが明日侵略してくるなどとは夢にも思わないだろう。だがアトランティスでは今ゆっくりとだが確実に何かが変わろうとしていた。
I'm also just curious about the story in general. But I really love the mech designs. They have that old school armor core look that I very much miss. And now we get the customization. Go to garage, customize, and we're going to look around various things here. But more importantly, shop, because we need to get an extra weapon. And I'm actually very fond of the rifle. It gives me a little extra range, so let's actually pop that in there. Garage, customize, pop that on. Alright. What is my... Yeah, I lose some armor. Some maximum health. The from 1,002 if I go all on these guys. Nope, let's actually hit the enter button. There we go. Hi, Cassie. How's it going? This is that game I was talking about. And then we're going to paint it. This one red. Yeah, like that. Color C. Let's make that kind of a more. If I make it blue. That's good to hear, Cassie. Any idea what it was that got you feeling down yesterday? You think you just ate something bad? And you can also paint the weapons like an armor core. Well, that just kind of happens sometimes, though, so I guess that's understandable. And right off the bat, we have the ability to do duels, which is like the Arena and Armor Core. There's a couple guys you can pick from here. Interesting. So we're gonna fight him in the exact area we last saw him.
Master Online. System combat mode.
Gotcha. And most machines ends with you kind of flying off in the sunset, but fun fact, you actually still shooting it. Yep, just cause. No, there's no PvP mode yet. In fact, it's very much only a single-player experience at the moment. There is an arena mode here, and there's a handful of missions. It's just a beta, so just a little bit of it available. There is a survey if you want to give input on it. I did say I would be interested in seeing PlayStation release at some point for you, Cassie. Hopefully they include some trophies. But anyway, let's go on to the next mission.
前回の任務ご苦労様でした。近年フェロクスの行動の変化が各所で観測されており、
Yeah, it's an open beta. It's a limited time, so you only have until like the 23rd of June, I think,
沿岸部に現れる事例が何度か報
to
告
hop
され
on
て
it
い
on
ます。
Steam.
ですが、我々の任務は何も変わりません。プロジェクト
Oh no, it's just an indie guy. It's just like one guy
現状維持が我々の任務です。
making his own version Armor Core,
セレイヤ岬付近のパトロールです。
and he wanted to let people kind of test it out a little bit so he could kind of get some
全て
input.
撃破してください。今回も少し離れた地域に別のイカルスを派遣します。予想外の事態には協力して対処してください。
Alright, let's go do it.
Master Online. System combat mode.
ミッション開始。付近の のフェロクスを全て排除してください。
Approaching enemy.
スターライダー了解。そのこの前は悪かった。正直戦いに向いてないんだ俺。ここに来たのは借金返済のためでさ。ギターで食っていこうと思って家を飛び出したんだが、気づいたら借金まみれで。職業支援
Usually
セン
gets
タ
a little
ーに
hairy
行った
later
ら
on.
紹介
So
さ
I've
れた
already
んだ。
played through this beta before.
幸いなぜか操縦
So that was before some of the patches that got put into it.
問題は俺に戦闘のセンスがなかったってことだ。
There we go.
フェロクスの排除を確認。
Hi, Johnny boy. How's it
向か
going?
ってください。
And then you could
言わない
overboost.
なあんた。ここに来る前に言われたかもしれないが、アトランティスに来たら最後、二度と祖国には帰れない。だが例外もある。正規パイロットになることだ。俺たち非正規パイロットはガタの来たパーツを使わされて死ぬまでこいつらの駆除を
Well,
さ
that's
せられるん
odd.
だ。正規パイロットは
Johnny,
ピカピカの新品を使えるし、ある程度の自由
I
が認められ
hope
る。
it's nothing serious.
監視はつくが祖国にも帰れるし、稼いだ金も好きに使える。俺たちみたいにパーツ代に消えるだけじゃないんだ。いいよな。正規パイロットになるにはとにかく戦果を上げることだ。上から利用価値があると認められれば、めでたく正規パイロットの仲間入りってわけだ。
Alright, more enemies dead.
Approaching enemy.
And oh, they tell you the shield about the shield earlier now. Okay.
フェロクスの排除を確認。
But
次のエ
we're
リアに
actually
向か
gonna
って
go
ください。
down first, and we actually go right on. We don't have to worry about
内陸部の管
drowning
轄で
in
一
the
定
water.
期間の活動が必要で
These
す。
guys,
そ
however,
れまでにしっかり経験を積んでおくことをお勧めします。
そうそう、いるんだよな。早く正規になりたくて内陸部に転勤したがるやつ。内陸部はヤバい敵や未確認機がうじゃうじゃいるし、新人は1週間生き残れたらいい方らしいぞ。内陸部で欠員が出ると急に沿岸部から招集されることもあるらしいからな。だから正直ビビってるんだよ。
well, that's interesting. I don't recall the sea drones coming out until later.
あなたはあまり怖がらな
That
くて
was
も
part
大
of
丈夫
the
ですよ。
patches. So they're kind of more of a gradual.
あれ、今バカにされた。
Put the missiles took care of. Nope, I'm gonna win for that guy and a miss. No worries. Then we're gonna go in this direction.
了解しました。別エリアで消息を絶った輸送機がこの辺りに不時着したとの情報が入りました。救難捜索任務に切り替えます。輸送機を捜索してください。
スターライダー了解。戦闘よりは得意分野だ。
Let me just go over to this guy here.
聞こえるか。そこのイカルス。
こちらレッドキャスター、聞こえますか？
ああ、聞こえてる。くしょ
That looks pretty cool.
イカルスが見えたから発煙筒を焚いたが、フェロクスも寄ってきやがった。
了解しました。発煙筒を消して待
But
機
now
してく
comes
だ
a
さい。
swarm of
救難
enemies.
部隊を手配します。レッドキャスターから各機へ救助活動を行えるよう輸送機周辺の安全を確保してください。
Okay, so all units is just me.
Approaching enemy.
Oh, there's some from this direction too. And that my shield gauge is that blue bar underneath my health there, kind of like on the toward the bottom of the screen. if that gets fully depleted while my shield is up, I get stunned. Oh, that was a lot easier than it was in previously, where they're kind of coming from these directions instead, and their shield are a lot more of them.
盗まれた。バンディットだ。まんまとはめられたよ。あいつら輸送中の
Yeah, I gotta do the same with my cat, but the thing is my cat just doesn't let anyone touch her, except for me. And even then, it's only to pet her, she doesn't stop. She doesn't want anyone, like, you know, clipping her nails, so. We also need to get her fixed, but,
しかしバンディットがこんなところにも出てくるとはな。
Banditos, eh? Got some money. And tuning is pretty much like the optional parts from older armor cores, where you could like get extra. Let's first things first. Let's get an extra missile launcher. Loadout was that previously. I wonder how well that goes. Ow. There we go. Got a little beefed up. Yeah, probably wise to make sure the cat's been fully has, you know, got all its vaxes and stuff. One thing I would like is to see like a decal option for this game, or maybe like camo schemes. Alright, and let's actually do another duel. Currently the lowest ranked pilot, he specializes in clinging to enemies like a mosquito while blasting with a shotgun. He prides himself on believing that only those who can handle highly maneuverable craft are true Icarus pilots. But he despises any heavily equipped Icarus units, though it is hard to say he handles them well himself. Alright, and you get a couple interesting maps here. Like you got just a plain old, you got the desert, you got the ocean, you got the sky, but you also got a straight up a cityscape if you feel like it. Let's go to the ocean this time.
Master Armand. System combat mode.
Alright, buddy. Let's get at it. Huh. He's not doing anything too fancy now, is he? I saw there was a Gatling gun there. I never really used it previously. Man, I will try it out this time. Got him. Let's talk about one of these rifles with a Gatling gun. Yeah, something that offers a bit more rapid fire. Oh, I don't have enough money. Okay. Well, let's go back to the garage. Swap that out back for this. Because we could sell another rifle. Yeah, let's go with the Gatling. Why? Because why not? It's a Gatling gun. Alright. And this is a heavier dude. He's got some big weapons, but so don't get hit by him, but he's sluggish. And I want to find him in the city, so I have some cover necessary.
Master Armand. In combat mode.
Shields will also start like shifting to red when they're about depleted. So you get a visual cue when you should probably consider shutting them down. There we go. I'm gonna swap out these standard middle missiles for small missiles. So let's customize this one, drop off. Well, because small missiles, do less damage. Oh, we got a grenade can too, but only 10 shots, but they do a fair bit of damage and have a blast radius. But I'm going to go with the small missile because they kind of track better. Then again, I could also go with a grenade cannon. You do some instant damage. Nah, we'll stick with missiles. There we go. And you can also just go back and replay any missions you already did. Just to grind up some more money. In fact, we are going to do that. We're going to go replay that last mission again. Just for a little extra money. Maybe buy a mod. A tuning part.
Master Armand. In combat mode.
ミッション開始。付近のフェロクスを
Make
全
our
て排除
neck
し
a
てくだ
little.
さい。
Approaching
If
enemy.
we improve our booster efficiency.
そのこの前は悪かった。正直戦いに向いてないんだ俺。ここに来たのは借金返済のためでさ。ギターで食っていこうと思って家を飛び出したんだが、気づいたら借金まみれで。職業支援センターに行ったらここを紹介されたんだ。幸いなぜか操縦適性はめちゃくちゃ高かったからな。問題は俺に戦闘のセンスがなかったってことだ。
Okay, so the Gatling gun does have a bit of a reload time. But I know there's mods that improve weapon reload time. I think I'll do that. Make the Gatling gun pretty much be a constant firing weapon. We're gonna zip off
フェロ
this
クスの
direction.
排除を確認。次の地点に向かってください。
手際がいいなあんた。ここに来る前に言われたかもしれないが、アトランティスに来たら最後
By the way, this is the lost continent of Atlantis. In case you didn't, in case you missed the initial little plot briefing. At least it's at least they call it Atlantis. There's remnants of an old civilization on it. We don't know any. I don't think the game has ever talked about what the world outside of it is like very much. So I'm assuming it's like literally, oh, they found the lost continent of Atlantis and they're trying to explore it. I could be dead wrong about that though, so don't quote me on that.
正規パイロットになるにはとにかく戦果を上げることだ。上から利用価値があると認められればめでたく正規パイロットの仲間入りってわけだ。
Oh, I'm very much enjoying the game. I've already played through the demo once before. I believe I've mentioned it in Scarlet Streams a couple times, like, I want to play this completely demo. I thought about suggesting it to her, but at the same time, I mean, look at it. It's gonna trigger her motion sickness right away.
Approaching enemy.
Phenex の排除を確認。次のエリアに向かってください。ちなみに、正規
Yeah,
パイ
it's
ロットになるには
fast.
内陸部の管轄で一定
Controls
期間の
very
活動が必要
smoothly.
です。それまでにしっかり経験を積んでおくことをお勧めします。
そうそう、いるんだよね。
It looks cool.
早く正規になりたくて内陸部に転勤したがるやつ。内陸部はヤバい敵や未確認機がうじゃうじゃいるし、新人は1週間生き残れたらいい
Music is
方らしい
nice.
ぞ。内陸部で欠員が出ると急に沿岸部から招集されることもあるらしいからな。だから正直ビビってるんだよ。俺もいつか招集されるんじゃないかってな。
ある程度実力のあるパイロットから選出されますので、あなたはあまり怖がらなくても大丈夫ですよ。
そうなのか。それを聞いて安心したわ。あれ、今バカにされた
And we're gonna zip off in
了
this
解しまし
direction.
た。別エリアで消息を絶った輸送機がこの辺りに不時着したとの情報が入りました。救難捜索任務に切り
Looks
替えま
like
す。
it's raining
輸送機を捜索し
in
てく
my
ださい。
area.
スターライダー了解。戦闘よりは得意分野だ。
Beep beep was.
聞こえるか聞こえるかそこのイカルス。
こちらレッドキャスター、聞こえますか？
ああ、聞こえてる。ちくしょう。イカルスが見えたから発煙筒を焚いたが
Let's get a nice look at the transport plane here.
了解しました。発煙筒を消して待機してください。すぐに救難部隊を手配しま
Alright,
す。
and they apparently changed the direction the enemies come from to this direction here, as opposed to used to be like in these two directions.
Approaching enemy.
I guess I do need to wait for it to actually be. There we go. Now I dodged right into it, I think. One more. I think. Got him.
周辺の安全を確認しました。救難部隊を向かわせます。被害状況の報告を。
病院は無事だ。だが積み荷が盗まれた。盗まれた？バンディットだ。まんまとはめられたよ。あいつら輸送中のイカルスを盗んできやがった。
了解しました。詳しい状況は後ほど確認させていただきます。まずは無事で何よりです。レッドキャスターから各機へ任務完了。救難部隊が到着次第帰還シーケンスを発動します。お疲れ様でした。
スターライダー了解。しかしバンディットがこんなところにも出てくるとはな。
Alright. Now we got some more money. Now we can look at the tuning parts. Alright, these include our armor, where I could actually increase armor or decrease armor in order to, well, obviously increase armor but at the expense of extra weight, or vice versa. I could improve my engine, my power, you know, like my fuel gauges, either how fast it regens or how much I have in general. The performance, the actual boosters, how fast I go around while flying around. So, like, for instance, I want that. Or do I? And maybe that, but also this reload speed. Okay, that pretty much reduces, halves my reload speed for the Gatling gun, which in turn, I've used up pretty much all the money, and you just go to the garage and you go to tune. And you just go ahead and put in that. Oh, sorry, wrong button. And you'll notice that there's a. Oh, you can actually flip it. There we go. There's a gauge there that shows how much I could, maximum mods I could put in the mech. All parts included, but yeah. So, they also added a test mode I haven't used before, but new dual targets. Nope, still the same duels. Alright. Let's go on to the next mission.
今回の任務は先日バンディットに奪取されたイカルスの捜索です。バンディットとは我々から離反したイカルスのパイロットとそれに便乗した者たちのことを指します。動機は様々でしょうが、大方ここでの生活に耐えられなくなり、イカルスを使って手当たり次第物資を略奪したり、祖国に帰ろうとしたりしているものが大半です。まあ、ここに来るのは高い報酬目当てで信念も何もないような人間ばかりですので、無理もないでしょう。ちなみに、バンディットは対イカルス戦専門の特戦隊。
Yeah, they have their own, like, you know, special forces unit for killing these guys.
話を戻します。
And they want to make sure that, by the way, just let you know, you do that, they're not coming for you, so. Excuse me.
おそらくイカルスはそこに運び込まれたものと思われます。強襲部隊を派遣し、アジトを制圧。イカルスの奪還を行いますので、あなたには強襲部隊の援護をお願いします。今回はアジト付近のバンディットを始末するために特戦隊が同行します。対イカルス戦になった場合は彼らが始末しますのでご安心を。
Alright, let's do it. This mission also introduces us to an interesting mechanic in the game.
Master online. System combat mode.
And we can escort this helicopter.
強襲部隊を援護してください。
That little mountaintop base there.
付近でバンディットが確認された。私はバンディットを始末する。援護はそこの素人に任せる。
おいおい、話が違うだろ。護衛はイカルス2機って聞いてたぞ。
特戦隊は独自に判断して行動する。それに特戦隊についてはそこのオペレーターが一番詳しいはずだろ。今はレッドキャスターだったか。
Oh, there it is.
そこの素人も一応イカルスだ。通常兵器ぐらいなんとかなるだろ。
たく、あいつら自分のことしか考えてね
Black Hawk as usual.
だからイカルスのパイロットは嫌いなんだ。大丈夫なんですか？知るか。敵がたくさんいないのを祈るしかねえよ。そいつ素人らしいからな。
You know I could hear you, right?
バンディットのアジトに到着したが、妙に静かだな。対空砲も動いてないみたいっすね。待ち伏せに気をつけろ。よし、降りろ。行け行け行け。
新たな敵反応を確認。
Now we get swarmed by robots.
大量の フェロクスを確認。
And it's a pretty
直
much
ちに迎撃態
a
勢を。レッドキャスターからソルナイト2へ直ちに援護を要請します。
kill as many enemies as possible mission.
すでにバンディットと交戦中だ。ソルナイトはバンディットの始末が最優先だ。
Here are the
そ
sea
この素
drones.
人が引きつけろ。
Very
その間に逃がせばいいだろう。
That alarm triggers something in me.
マークされてたんだよ、ここは。うわ、こんなたくさん。マークってなんすか？フェロクスはマークしたエリアに執着する。
Where's our sea drone?
エリアに入ったやつを徹底的に排除するんだ。マークする条件はよく分かってないが、それでバンディットは丸ごとここを放棄したんだろうな。
シーカー、一時的に戦闘評価システムを許可します。戦果を上げて機体性能を強化してください。
And now we add the roguelike elements. Okay, so pretty much they literally have a limiter in their system, and we could release the limiter, but only after you defeat a certain number of enemies.
そうやって過剰な力をすぐに与えるからバンディットみたいな連中が増えるんだ。
あなたが来てくれればそれで済むんですがね、イザベラ。
ま、お手並み拝見だな。
Approaching enemy.
Okay, acquisition rate. What's on our AP over time? We don't need that. We're going to avoid getting hit if possible. We're going to increase that.
Overdrive ready for startup.
And now we're going to enter the overdrive mode. You just hit the button and you go into a super mode where you're faster, you do more damage, missiles lock onto everything. You get to a swarm.
あいつがすげえんだよ。あんな風に戦える奴はそうそういない。 そちらはまだ生きてるか？こちらは3人殺した。あと2人殺したらそちらへ向かおう。こいつらまるで歯応えがない。
Overdrive ran out. Gotcha. Get out of my way. Alright. Now we're gonna do that one. Then when we're not actively shooting things, it's gauge is going up. I think it's almost up, actually. It is.
Ready for startup.
Re-engage it. This is mission experience with the tutorial for this mode, for this system. Oh, that's it? Only 2 waves?
すかね。撤収だ。急げ。強襲部隊からレッドキャスターへ。イカルスは
This was a little longer the first time I played this.
直ちに離脱する。あとそこのパイロットに晩飯何がいいか聞いといてくれ。 ったらおごってやる。
I would love some Chinese.
そいつ素人にしてはやるようだな。だが思い上がるなよ。思い上がったやつからバンディットになる。
And made plenty of money. And we got some new free parts. Very cool looking. In fact, we got a whole extra set of mechs. I believe we only get 2 extra ones, I believe. Boy, are they fine looking. New parts and more arena fights. So first things first, we're going to look at our new frame parts. The Akula and the Orca. Tiny bit heavier, tiny bit more armor. Looks very cool. But they are kind of clipping into each other, but hey, you can only do so much. There we go. Let's see, any new weapons? Subgun. Something lighter. It's got shorter range. Don't want that. Shotgun is very short range, so is the subgun. I want some distance when I'm shooting things, so. Oh, and I believe there's a or there was an extra detail button. Okay. And we are going to look at our different. Oh, I've actually made quite a bit of progress in Warframe. Probably not as much as you guys, though. But, yeah, I've gotten the arc wings and the... Just started the quest to get the pets. Made it to Master Rank 2. Hop on later tonight. See if I can get to Master Rank 3. Actually, let's go in the garage and take a look at that. God, it's so nice looking. And 2 high-tune points do I have left? Okay, let's get some more tuning. Alright, now tune. Let's actually reduce our armor a little bit. That should keep us lightweight. Give us more fuel. Okay. Yeah, they certainly gave us a lot of money from that last mission. And actually, since we're still... I'm going to take those out. Okay, I'm still... I'll just keep those out then, so I still have some health. Those would be helpful. Let's see what the duels there are now. Pilot who fires missiles wildly. This scene is likened to a thundercloud. His strength depends almost entirely on missile performance, and once he runs out, he often loses instantly. The key is surviving the missile barrage. And a blader. Now let's just do this guy first. We're gonna go... Oh, he's a thundercloud, so... Hi, Manic. How's it going?
Master unlocked. System combat mode.
Oh, that's a... Oh, that's right. Oh, kind of lost track of my own health. Did a fair bit of damage to me, but he's dead now. It is cool. Yeah, this is a Omega Phenex Commence Operation 6. It is an indie game made by a guy that during the time between the last Armor Core and Armor Core 6 wanted to make his own Armor Core because it was taking so long. It's about 8 years in development. It's in a free open beta, but only for a limited time at the moment. So if you want to hop on, you better do it quick. Alright. Next guy is a blader. We're going to go to the desert again.
Master unlocked. System combat mode.
I don't think I heard this song soundtrack when I last played the beta, so... Rifle's good for small fry, but it's having a hard time keeping up with you guys, so I might swap it out with something. I want a second Gatling gun, though, because it's kind of having a hard time tracking. There we go. Yay. And we are going to swap that out. Ooh, there's our money for the shotgun. There's the assault rifle. Subgun. Let's equip that. Place of that. And actually, let's equip the assault rifle on their hand, too. There we go. Use armor in order to reduce weight. Nah, it's still not. I'll have to drop the weight down to lightweight. I can drop that at least, so now I have a lot more. Okay, so now we're going to part shop, sell the Gatling gun. It was fun while it lasted, but it's... I'm going to sell that too. Let's strap on a grenade cannon. That's our ultimate punish weapon. Nope, not part shop, main shop. An extra 2 shells. That is an extra 1 shell. Probably reload speed so it fires. It's back up and ready to go again faster. There we go. Next mission.
今回の任務は引き続き奪取されたイカルスの奪還です。前回制圧したアジトからイカルスの受け渡し地点と日時が判明しました。受け渡し地点を襲撃しイカルスを確保してください。今回もソルナイトが同行します。敵イカルスが現れた際は彼らが始末してくれるでしょう。
Alright, let's go.
Master unlocked. System combat mode.
ミッション開始。
Approaching enemy.
輸送中のイカルスを確保。やむを得ない場合は破壊してください。こちらソルナイト2。私は増援のイカルスを捜索する。雑魚は任せたぞ。そこそこ数がいるようだが、お前なら造作もないだろう。
なんでここがバレてんだよ、クソ。前のアジトのやつらのせいだ。あいつら計画書は全部燃やしたとか適当抜けしやがって。後で
Oh, that's actually played first person for a little minute. Drop down a little bit. This guy's in combat range. Oh, that would have been overkill. Still alive, eh? There we go. Got you.
こいつただのイカルスじゃねえな。殺しに躊躇がねえ。ここはまだバレてないようだが。お前ら、スミスさんに届けるまで絶対守り抜けよ。これは最新型のイカルスだ。
Nope, wrong button. Well, he's probably at work. Or, you know, enjoying that pomo leaf. Overdrive's right. I'm gonna save it. Why? Because there's a bit of a mini boss that comes in after this last batch of small fry. Nope, alright. It's a newest model, I just haven't have it too, but I didn't use it. And as soon as we... Oh, and we're gonna activate this now. Sorry, Bill Fenton, was it? Big Smith. Oh, it's a Soul Knight that we've got mentioned about earlier. Money, money, money. Alright, so shop. And we are actually going to look at our right hand unit. Oh, there's no spread control one. Okay. Fair enough. So I could really spam missiles. Man, but we're gonna need more ammo for said missiles. Alright, speed and that. Alright. Alrighty. Okay, more dual targets. Nope. Okay, mission. I believe the next mission is the last in the demo. And oh, we've been going for about an hour, so that makes sense. Doesn't the mech just look cool? Anyway. Alright. Mission. Next mission.
バンディットによる一大攻勢の動きを察知しました。
Oh yeah,
ア
this
レ
is
ナ
the
ト
last
ス
of
前
the
線基地を攻撃し、
demo
物
missions.
資の略奪を目論んでいるものと思われます。先日の作戦で主力のイカルスを失い、戦力増強に躍起になっているのでしょうが、逆にここで叩けば大きく戦力を削ぐことができるでしょう。そうなれば周辺の治安は回復し、フェロクスの対処に集中できます。アレナトス砂漠に集結しているバンディットを一気に殲滅してください。今回は作戦範囲が広域に及ぶため、複数のイカルスが参加します。協力して作戦を遂行してください。
Alright, let's get going.
Master unlocked. System combat
ミッ
mode.
ション開始。地上に展開しているバンディットを全て撃破してください。
スターライダー了解。シーカー、この前盗まれたイカルスの件お手柄だったらしいじゃないか。これじゃもう先輩すらできないな。こちらソレナイト2、敵は雑魚ばかりだ。手早く済ま
Not
せぞ。
so long.
通常兵器相手のくだらない任務だ。そう思わないか、シーカー。
バンディットが相手とはいえ殺しは気が引けるぜ。
Oh, you're at Master Rank 6 already. Alright, I just did Master Rank 2. I'm gonna do Master Rank 3 today, I believe, for Warframe.
殺しを何とも思わないあんたより多分正気さ。
人だろうが、フェロクスだろうが考える前に殺せ。イカルスに乗っている間は殺すことだけ考えろ。
ご忠告感謝するよ。シーカー、
Oh, wrong
あ
button.
んたはあん
There's
な
a
戦
grenade.
闘機おばさんみたいにならないでくれよ。
お前がバンディットになる日が楽しみだ。
And we're just going to pop a grenade right there. Take out all those things.
Overdrive ready for startup. Approaching enemy.
Yeah, life do be like that, Nightly. Life do be like that. The working life, anyway.
Approaching enemy.
And this is where they introduce the turrets.
高熱源体を確認。これはミサイル。いえ、イカルスです。所属不明のイカルスが急速接近中。ポイント A50。ソルナイト2は迎撃に向かってください。了解した。ミサイル並みの速さか。はい。高機動タイプにしてもこの速さは。大方、スピード特化にして乗り回しているバカなバンディットだ。すぐに片付ける。
Turret destroyed. Alright.
Approaching enemy.
We're just going to quickly zip in. There appears to be an Icarus right there. A junk one, but a Icarus nonetheless. Nope. I really took a real shell to the face because there's a bunch of turrets, legal gun turrets, trying to pick on me here. Alright, that one's dead. Alright, super mode ran out. Alright. Alright, those two are down. Should be one more swarm, I believe. Alright. Yeah, looks like the Special Forces lady's been being overrun by one dude.
ソルナイト2ポイント B さんまで交代してください。援軍を向かわせます。何そいつらを逃がせ。今すぐだ。手遅れになるぞ。ソルナイト2ロスト。
なんだって。
作戦中だ。機関ラインを指定します。シーカー、スターライダーは直ちに撤退してください。
なんかヤバそうだぞシーカー。早く逃げよう。
Well, I already beat all of my enemies, so I might as well get going. Oh, cutscene.
くそ、なんだこいつ。
And that's the end of the demo. Well, the missions anyway. They throw in some extra parts, and I think a couple more arena fights you could do. Lots of money. Some new parts. Some big bulky dudes. Well, it depends on the state, Cassie, and the exact nature of your job. What's this? Alright. Yeah, they got us a new advanced assault rifle, which has more oomph. Compared to the one we already had, so we're going to swap to those. Also, they gave us a laser blade and a sniper rifle. On the back, we have a Gatling gun if we really wanted to. No frame parts. They've just been straight up giving us the frame parts. Alright, swap that out for that, and that. And it's this guy and this guy. They haven't gotten to adding like a little descriptor there for these guys yet. Oh, okay, fair enough, Nightly. Hey, should we have a flathead? Like a little disc? turret control one. There's enhanced bullet speed. Yeah, I know that, Nightly, but, you know, good to educate everybody about it. Alright, and there's a cup, and we get some new ones here. We got this guy here. We actually have Big Smith and one of the Soul Knights. Fun fact, in the not-too-distant past, I kind of got OD'd on THC. Yeah, I was kind of pressured into it by my parents. Because they thought it would be, you know, good to, you know, get me to calm down. You know, they thought it would be good, it'd be a good experience for me. It was not. So, yeah. In case anyone was wondering.
Master unlocked. System combat mode.
Got him. Oh, that's cool, Nightly. But yeah, this is for Nightly, in case in case he wasn't, since he wasn't here just yet. This is Omega Phenex Commence Project 6. It is a indie game being made mostly by one dude that for the past 8 years that wanted to make his own Armor Core while we were waiting for Armor Core 6 to show up. And it's pretty darn cool. It's a free open beta, but only until like June 26th, I believe. So, you know, it's free on Steam to hop on, play the first few missions, in some arena fights, get some sleek parts and all that. Alright, and this guy actually kicked my butt earlier on, so we're going to let's go to the city again.
Master unlocked. System combat mode.
Get stunned, so I'm going to draw out the foot or shrink my shield a little bit. Ah, I got him first time this time. I considered it Nightly, but have you seen? But are you seeing what I'm seeing? And yet you're motion sickness. Albeit it would be kind of a nice one-off stream game. It could also be kind of tricky. It's got there's quite a few mechanics going on at once, but you know, I'll throw it at her, but warn her, hey, it'll probably trigger motion sickness, but it's cool. Alright, last fight. Go to the city again.
Master unlocked. System combat mode.
couldn't quite the fight as expected from the last guy in the arena in the beta demo. Will I be able to beat him? I don't know. Still on my first go, I don't know. Oh, not a grenades. Got plenty of misses, though. Got him. Okay, let's actually look at the tuning again. Okay, I've used up most of my tuning slots. Let's actually remove that. And that perhaps. Shop. Our shop. Instead, we're going to go to our hand weapons. Improving our firing interval, or rate of fire. Oh, that uses up all of it. I didn't realize that the mod was that big. Okay, let's actually remove that one. That one. So we could get that in as well. Let's go do the free missions. We got all the missions available now. And we are going to see how quickly we can do this one now with the upped weaponry.
Master unlocked. System combat mode.
ミッション開始。付近のフェロクスをすべて排除してください。
Approaching enemy.
スターライダー了解。そのこの前は悪かった。正直戦いに向いてないんだ俺。ここに来たのは借金返済のためでさ。ギターで食っていこうと思って家を飛び出したんだが、気づいたら借金まみれで。職業支援センターに行ったらここを紹介されたんだ。幸いなぜか操縦適性はめちゃくちゃ高かったからな。
But yeah, if you guys want to try the demo, it's free. Just look up the game's kind of weird title, convoluted title. You know, it is made by it is Japanese, so. And there's a survey you could fill out as well. And it's asking for like suggestions and ideas. I know Cassie would probably be interested in asking for like would probably be interested in how potential like trophies. I'm using the wrong one. There we go.
Approaching enemy.
Lower back down. The shield tutorial. They're gonna come straight for me. If I go up here and just reload.
それまでにしっかり経験を積んでおくことをお勧めします。
そうそういるんだよな。早く正規になりたくて内陸部に転勤したがるやつ。内陸部はヤバい敵や未確認機がうじゃうじゃいるし、新人は1週間生き残れたらいい方らしいぞ。内陸部で欠員が出ると急に沿岸部から招集されることもあるらしいからな。だから正直ビビってるんだよ。俺もいつか招集されるんじゃないかってな。
ある程度実力のあるパイロットから選出されますので、あなたはあまり怖がらなくても大丈夫ですよ。
そうなのか。それを聞いて安心したわ。
了解しました。 消息を絶った輸送機がこの辺りに不時着したとの情報が入りました。救難捜索任務に切り替えます。輸送機を捜索してください。
スターライダー了解。戦闘よりは得意分野だ。
Yeah, that's the thing about rodents. You see one, there's almost certainly many more, nearby.
聞こえるか。そこの家か。
Never just one.
こちらレッドキャスター、聞こえますか？
ああ、聞こえてる。くそ、イカルスが見えたから発煙筒を焚いたが、フェノックスも寄ってきやがった。
Oh, by the way, Nightly, this is the lost continent of
発煙筒を
Atlantis.
消して待機してください。すぐに救難部隊を手配します。レッドキャスターから各機へ救助活動を行えるよう輸送機周辺の安全を確保してください。
Y'all, the mechas are based off of Atlantean technology discovered on the lost continent of Atlantis that we're trying to explore. Oh, we all need an anti-rodent machete. Was that all of them?
周辺の安全を確認しました。救難部隊を向かわせます。被害状況の報告を。
病院は無事だ。だが積み荷が盗まれた。盗まれた？バンディットだ。まんまとはめられたよ。あいつら輸送中のイカルスを盗んできやがった。
了解しました。詳しい状況は後ほど確認させていただきます。まずは無事で何よりです。
Yeah, the game doesn't explore, it doesn't tell you the lore too much in the demo up so far, but it does explain that, oh, you volunteer to be this mercenary pilot on the lost continent of Atlantis, where you have to cut off where you have to kind of cut off your entire life, no loved ones, no nothing. You essentially dedicate your life entirely to fighting on this continent as a merc for an international. Or is it ultranational? Like a non-nation aligned organization. Some pilots that take this route become bandits instead, and they get hunted down by that special forces unit that we saw by the Soul Knights here. Big Smith being one of the bandits. Excuse me. There aren't too many parts available right now, but obviously it's still a demo. Specifically if you look at the survey, it does say that the final game is supposed to be 8 times bigger than this, so I'm assuming that means there's gonna be a fair few more parts. So yeah, if you guys are interested in giving the game a try, it is a free open beta available on Steam. It is Omega Phenex, with Phenex spelled F-P-H-E-N-E-X. Commence Project 6. And I'm sure the indie dev, would be very happy to get your input in it if you're interested. And not only have I beat all the content in the demo, again, it is actually an hour and a half, so my usual stream time, so that actually works out perfectly. But honestly, I kind of want to keep streaming. Maybe a second stream. Maybe I could, prepare a second stream after this. What would you guys like me to stream? Well, that's interesting, Manic. Caught a snake with a sticky trap. I mean, that's one way to catch. I mean, that's one way to you catch them. Nice. Nice. You know that snakes and humans have been like in an evolutionary arms race for seemingly ever. Like, it is believed that snakes adapted the ability to spit venom. Some snakes have spit their venom because humans just learn to immediately step on them, to immediately crush them with stuff as soon as we see them. So, Warframe? Yeah, I could do that too, Nightly. Show you what progress I've made so far. Yeah, maybe I could boot up Warframe after this. Then again, I should also probably consider, like, then again, I do have laundry to take care of. Well, let's end for now. And let me flip over my laundry, then I'll throw together another stream. Short stream. Nah, because I don't want to bump into the Scarlet stream when I have to prepare dinner. Yeah, that is indeed another adaptation, Nightly. You know, it's just kind of fascinating when you look at, like, you know, how every creature on Earth has adapted over time to each other and continue to do so. Hey, I'm gonna end the stream here because I already beat all the content. But yeah, if you guys are interested, again, it's a free limited time demo beta test on Steam. And yeah, I may set up another stream after this, but for now, see you later.